Yeah, Imelda, can you hear me? Imelda, are you there? Can you hear me? Imelda, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Can you hear me now? Clearly.
Yes, I'm hearing you clearly.
Ah, took like 5 minutes to set up this your network, Imelda.
No. Yeah.
Is this how you want to build? Is this how you want to build your 1 million naira business a week inside the village?
Hey,
With network like
someone was
this.
calling me. I had to someone was immediately I joined. The person started calling. I don't
Who is calling you by this time? One of your toasters.
know.
Eh?
I don't know.
Anyway, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Imelda.
Good evening.
So my name is Uche Okoro, and I am the digital content manager at Expertnia. And this evening we have Imelda here with us. Actually, Imelda is a very, very, very special person in the sense that she's a medical student, she's in medical school, and she's on her way to building a 1 million naira per week business. I mean, if you go through Imelda's media on Twitter here, you'll notice that she has like some really, really amazing results, some crazy results for someone who is in medical school, who is combining building an internet business while going to school at the same time. Imelda has won. How many trips have you won so far, please?
Three. Three.
Three. Three. Can you remind me which of the countries?
I visited Dubai, Qatar, and Rwanda.
Okay, so you've been to Dubai, you've been to Qatar and Rwanda. Qatar was for the World Cup, have you?
Yes, for the FIFA World Cup.
And Rwanda was like in January, yeah?
Yes, this year.
Okay, so Imelda has been to three different countries: the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, and Rwanda, all courtesy of expanding. And each of these trips, you want them having as per challenges, every single one of them.
Yes.
Now, guys, do you know what it takes to win a trip? I mean, you have to make like a couple of sales. Probably it could be 100 sales, it could be 150 sales, it could be 200 sales. This is what Imelda has done three different times. And aside that, like I said, if you go through her media, like right now, you're going to see different results. Imelda went from making like 200K. Was it 200K within like 2 weeks or 3 weeks when you started doing affiliate marketing?
Yes, my first payment was 150K 2 weeks after I started.
Okay, Imelda started, so roughly 200K within 2 weeks. And then to hitting like 1 million. I think that was 1 million in 2 months, have you?
Yes, yes.
Okay, to hitting like 1 million in 2 months. And then she went from there. I mean, she just fired up trips to doing 500K a week to doing 1 million naira a week multiple times, not just once. And the crazy thing is, at the moment, Imeda has, when person don't taste sweet thing, when person don't, hit that target, Imeda wants to do this 1 million naira thing consistently. I remember, I think, was it in February when you posted how you did like, was it like 3 million or so? That was it in like 2 weeks or thereabout, I mean, 3 weeks.
Yes, 3 weeks.
In 3 weeks. So Mela is doing this thing. She's on like she's close to like somewhere around 40 million in sales. Like within that number, within that range in sales and expert near so far. And she started affiliate marketing. Is it up to 2 years?
No, 1 year and 2 months.
1 year and 2 months. Wow. 1 year and 2 months. And you've done close to 40 million in sales.
Yes.
Close to 40 million in sales and 3 countries. As a medical student, I mean, me say we do engineering like this, head they pain me. So I can't even imagine you. Emada, so what's up? How do you make all these things happen really? How do you make all these things happen? Like what's the jazz? What's the sweet sauce? What's the secret? What's the and see don't come and Maguire to aspire because we go fight. We go get serious problem.
Okay.
If there
You
is
see
if there is
the
juju, if there is juju that you're collecting at Onsuka Abi, tell us the Baba's name, give us address, give us phone number, so we'll come and collect it.
Abi. Oh, wahala.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you, Uche. And okay, I'm going. So, guys, good evening. Good evening, Uche. Thank you for hosting me. For this class, actually, I'm going to be making it more about myself because we're talking about how I want to be building, like how I want to build 1 million naira in 1 week consistently. Yeah, because I've done it sometime, I think 3 times, but I've not been consistent. So I want to actually be consistent, as you said. All right, so I'm just going to be telling you things that we do, and then you can now put yourself in my shoes and then suit yourself, all right, and do exactly what I'm going to be doing, all right. So I'm going to be telling you guys what I would do if I'm to build or make like 1 million naira in 1 week from my online business. That is basically my affiliate marketing business. Yes. So knowing that I am a medical student, yes, and it's not like it's an excuse. Oh no, it's not. It's not an excuse to make that much. It's just me telling you that okay, if you are someone that is very busy currently as I am, or you're even more busy than I am, all right, and you have a major distraction towards your business, but at the same time maybe the distraction is actually very important as much as your business. This is what you will do. This is what me I will do because currently I have something that is very, very important as much as my business is. And I'm actually going to balance it up. All right. So, yes, first of all, I'll start from the listing I will do and I'll keep going and going. I'm not talking much, shall, but let me just start from the first thing first. Okay. So, as an affiliate, I'm an affiliate marketer and I'm currently using WhatsApp. I'm doing WhatsApp marketing. I'm not doing email marketing right now. So as someone that is still using WhatsApp, which is basically my major office, my business office, the first thing I would do is the first thing I would think of doing if I want to start making 1 million naira every week is to actually automate everything. Yes, I'm going to automate everything. That is my autoresponder, autosaver, because I wouldn't want to start, if I bring people and now start having issue of I'm having delay in responding to them. It's going to make some people lose interest. I will not want to do something and then I'm not saving their contact. It's going to just going to delay me. So the first thing I'm going to do, if I, because I'm using WhatsApp to market, is to automate everything, even including automate. Let's say someone wants to buy something from me, whatever thing I'm selling, so that the person, if the person say, okay, I'm ready to buy, I will have an automation that will tell you, okay, this is how to purchase these products. All right. So that is the first thing I will be doing, because making like 1 million naira is like 150K per day. So you see, it's not something that if I would want to be making 150K per day, you will need to put in some work, and then you need to automate something so that you don't overwork yourself and delay your chances of making 1 million naira in 1 week. Right. So the second thing I will be doing, I'm not going to waste time in this class. The second thing I'm going to be doing is to focus. All right. I'm going to focus on important things. I will literally, in fact, I literally have cut off every unimportant things in my life right now. Yes, I'm focusing on two things that matters: my business and then my studies, my studies, yes, my school. So the first thing you want to do for yourself, if you want to scale up, if you're someone that is making a little, small money, you want to make 1 million naira in 1 week, actually you need to focus on important things. And yes, like I used to tell myself every day, you know that you have to pass your exam and at the same time you have to make money, because if you pass the exam, it will still end up you making money. Now that I see something like a source of income, you're making money, you don't have to abandon it. Because I see some of the people that are students like me, medical students like me, they just completely blank off. It's good though. It's good to focus on your studies, but at the same time, although you can, business is always there. Like someone I know, he's always to tell me that business will be there, but you can, if you fail, you failed. But at the same time, everything is still for you to make money. So I used to feel like you should actually balance it up rather than abandoning one. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do, like I said, is I'm going to focus on things that matters. All right. Now, these things that matters, I'm going to, when I mean focus, some people, hey, actually, even as you are focusing, some of you will think that what I mean is focus on your business. Even while focusing on your business, some people actually even get distracted inside the business. I'm going to explain what I mean by that. All right. But the first focus is I'm going to focus on my conversion. Yes, I'll talk about that later. I'll talk about what I do to actually make me convert more. I will talk about that later. But the first thing I'm going to do is actually focus on conversion, converting people. Let me say people, I'm selling something, people that want to buy. Because as long as I'm concerned, that is what matters when it comes to making money. It's not about, you can get a lot of people in your DM and then you don't know what to say to them, you don't know how to handle them, you don't know how to make them to buy. You're actually going to be wasting those leads. So I will focus on my conversion. Then the second thing I'm going to do is actually to get those leads, that's generating leads. I'll still talk on that. Like I said, I'm still going to talk about all these things, but for now I'm just listing them under focus. All right, I need to focus on getting people that will buy from me, because obviously I'm selling something and it's from that what I sell that I will make that 1 million naira in 1 week. All right, so and then I'm going to actually focus on my prospects. Yes, just like focusing on lead. One thing is bringing the leads, and that is focusing on them, like trying to, well, why I'm listing these things, that is not, we don't need to put your attention in everything. When it comes to this our business, there are a lot of things you can be doing. You can see, maybe you can come up on Twitter one day, you enter one Twitter space, you see somebody talking about how they're doing one thing and it's working for them. You now tell yourself, I want to try it. As you're learning that one, you enter another Twitter space, they'll tell you another thing. You want to try everything. All these things are one will actually work for you, but if you combine all of them, obviously it's going to take more time for it to work for you. And we're focusing on how you can be making like 1 million naira. And if you start doing all those things, it's actually going to distract you. That's why I say that while focusing on the business, you can still be distracted inside the business. All right, so you don't have to actually be jumping from one thing to another. Just focus on things that matter, which are the things I just listed now. I'm going to focus on my conversion, I'm going to focus on getting leads, I'm going to focus on attending to those people that I got, that is my prospect, people that I am prospecting to actually get something from me, buy what I'm about to sell to them from me. All right, for me, that is what matters for me to actually make money in my business. Yes, I used to focus on these things. All right. So these are actually what matters, and you need to focus on what matters. And which brings us to the next thing I want to talk about actually, which is leads. Yes. Now a lot of you know everything about leads. And this is actually it's very important. That is why any Twitter space you enter, anybody's talking about anything, they must mention leads. Yeah, because it's actually important. You need to get people that will buy from you. All right. Now I need you to actually listen very carefully to what I want to say now. Remember, like I said earlier, it's actually all about me. I'm going to be telling you what I will do. It doesn't mean that if you do another thing different, that you're not going to make the 1 million naira or anything. I don't know, but I'm just telling you what I've seen people that I want to be like do. People that I see as my mentors, people that are my mentors, what they do, and it's giving them results. So I'm actually going to be doing them, and I believe it's going to be giving me results as well. All right. So don't anything I say here doesn't mean that if you do the other way around, it's not going to work for you. It might work, it might not work. I'm just telling you what I'm going to do. All right. So for you can actually when it comes to lead, like I said, you can actually do organic traffic. Yes, organic traffic can actually get to people that will give you 1 million naira in 1 week. I've seen people that do it. But as for me personally, and because of my my studies, like I said, I always use that as a major factor because I know a lot of things that I would have done, I should be doing if I really have the time, but I'm not doing them because of my studies. So I always bring that in as a factor so that you that is listening to me, if you're not that busy, you can actually do more. That is what I see. Like some
Right,
of my
Imelda.
yeah.
So it doesn't mean it doesn't feel like I'm cutting you off. I mean, you're in the spirit already. But some people on this space might be entirely new to the whole online business thing. So when you say stuff like leads, I mean, I think it would be better that explain to them what a lead is. When you see something like organic traffic, it's also important that you like tell them, okay, this is what organic traffic is, and you know what it means. For most of the newbies, me myself, like I said, I be newbie because I'm here to learn. So
Okay, no problem.
thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so leads are actually people that will buy from you. Your potential buyers, your prospect, are actually leads. Anything you're selling. And then when it comes to leads, I was going to talk about I'm currently talking about organic leads, organic traffic, which is like it's actually basically way of getting people that will buy from you without spending money on ads. Do you get it's more of your effort, your time. That is what I mean by organic traffic. And I was saying before he added, I was actually saying that you can do organic traffic to get people, that is to get leads. And like I said, leads are people that will actually people that you want them to buy from, you want to sell something to them in future, right? So they're your leads. And you can actually do organic traffic, which is trying to get people without basically, let's say, necessarily running ads on Facebook or different social media platform, like without spending money, without paying all these influencers or anything, like getting them for free. That is organic traffic. And like I said, as I was saying, I said I've seen people that actually make like 1 million naira every week from this our online business strictly from organic traffic. That is like without spending money, paying anybody to get people for them or paying any platform. All right. But like I said that for me, I'm not going to be doing that because it actually has limits. Yes, it has limits, except you are someone that you have all the time. Like you have time, you can actually go into organic traffic. There are ways to get people organically. That is without spending money. You can get people from TikTok. I see people do them, but as for me, it's going to take more of my time. It doesn't mean that you can't do it, but for me, I'm going to focus more on doing paid traffic. That is getting leads that I paid for. That's running Facebook ads, Google ads, Instagram ads, or paying an influencer, or just trying to put out my business without me having to bring them myself. Do you get? So that is paid traffic, and that's what I will be doing. All right. So when it comes to paid traffic, actually, as a new person, or which are making me talk as if I'm talking to new people, but okay, no problem. Okay, so this will actually bring us to my next number, which is knowing your number. When it comes, one thing is getting people, and that thing is you thinking you're getting enough people to see your business, while you're not actually getting enough people. Now, a lot of people used to have issues like this. I see people, they'll be like, I'm trying now, I've been getting leads, they're not buying. I'll now ask, how many people do you get a day? You now tell me 10. 10. Ah, it's actually very poor, yes. So you actually need to know your numbers. And I'm going to use myself. I'm going to use my numbers. I'm going to tell you guys my numbers, the way I calculate my numbers, so that I will know that if I don't meet up to these numbers, I shouldn't expect this amount of sales, and I shouldn't expect to make 1 million naira. All right. So knowing your number, when you, for me, I actually sell a course. I sell a course that earns me like 16,500 per sale, one sale. So to actually make 1 million naira, I would need to sell like 61 copies of this course in a week, because we're looking at 1 week here. All right, I would need to sell 61 copies of this course in 1 week. And I'm going to use these 61 cells to actually break down to number of people I need to bring, number of people. And for me, I hold webinars. Webinars convert a lot for me. And I would advise anybody, except maybe you're still a newbie, you're not really perfect in webinars. You can be doing maybe WhatsApp class, one-on-one conversion, or whatever way that works for you. But for me, I actually do webinars. So, and I do it once in a week. And that brings me, okay, I also wanted to add that you can actually be doing it twice a week to help you to make more money. It's among the things that will actually help you to convert more. So it's not because I said once in a week. No, just know your number. You can be doing it twice a week or anyhow you want it, or even once in 2 weeks. It all depends on you. But for me, I actually do hold webinars once in a week. So if I'm holding webinars, I'm looking at, I need to make this number of sales after these webinars. And then, okay, sorry, let me explain it. You guys already know what webinar is now. Okay, before, okay, let me move on. All right, so I hold webinars, and then I said I need to make 61 copies of this cell to make 1 million naira. To make this 61 copies, I will need to actually bring like 200 persons to listen to me. Yes, because for me, I used to have like 20 to 30% conversion rate whenever I hold webinars. Yes, let's say 30% at the end of the week, not like immediately. Let's say after 24 hours, I remember having something like 10% conversion for my webinars. Now you need, that's why I said you need to know your number, you need to know what works for you. Webinars convert a lot, like I said, but average, I think the average conversion of webinars is like 10%, depending on the number the limits. Maybe you gave an offer, maybe say 3 days, 4 days, however the offer is. All right, so for me, my own is 20 to 30, sometimes 40%, if I did well. All right, now that is in the space of 3 to 4 days. Yes, so to get 200 people to actually come to my webinar, all right, I'm trying to break down this number so you understand how it works, so you can have it in your mind, so that in case if you are holding a webinar, let's say now you are someone like me now, that you know that you need to make 61 copies, and you know that your conversion is like 40%, and then you're not getting up to 200 people, 200 people didn't come to your class, you should just know that naturally, except you are very, very good, but naturally you should not expect to make that kind of sales. It's not magic. You actually need to know your knowing. If you don't, you just know that if I don't do this, this is not going to happen. If I need to make this money, I need to try my best to get 200 people to actually come for my webinar. All right, so let's say I will be needing 200 persons to come for this webinar, and then for 200 persons to actually come for my webinar, I've noticed over the time I started webinar. I started webinar last year September or so. For 200 people to actually come for my webinar, that is like, it's 15% of people that sign up for my webinar that actually come for the class. 15 to 20, I don't know, 20%, yes. 20% of people that sign up for my webinar, that is come to my DM from my leads or whatever. 15% of them will actually come for that live webinar. So 15% of 200 should be like something like, let's say, 1,500 persons. Yes, so 1,500 persons, I'll be needing 1,500 persons to actually sign up for my webinar. All right, I hope you guys are following me. If you're not following me, you can as well listen to this recorded version later, because you actually need to understand these things. A lot of people used to have issues when it comes to knowing their numbers. You'll be hearing about leads, generate leads, you know your number, but you don't actually know how they calculate it. It's not as if the maths is difficult, so it's not that difficult, but you shall just need to know it. These small things actually matters. All right, so if I have like 1,500, if I need 1,500 persons to sign up for my webinar, that means I need to bring people. And like I said, I run page traffic, therefore my page traffic should be able to get at least 1,800 persons, because obviously I use WhatsApp group to join to I first send them on a WhatsApp group. So Obviously not everybody will join. We know Nigerians, everybody that comes to your phone will not join that WhatsApp group. So I'm looking at 1,800 people to come to my DM so that at least 15 people can sign up for the webinar. And if 1,500 persons are able to sign up for the webinar, I should be looking at 200 people to attend. If I do my own necessary part, which is when I will talk about the conversion, the things you need to do. Such that you don't just pack people in a group, or just because they're already there, you think that sometimes you might do it and those 200 people will not show up because you didn't do the necessary things you need to do. Everything is actually interconnected. You need to do everything, do all your parts, and then look at the numbers you're looking at. All right. So and that brings me back to my leads. So I need to get 1,800 persons in a week. That is average of 200. Yeah, average of 220 persons, average of 225 persons per day. So looking at 225 persons per day, I already know that I need to be getting 225 leads every day. So if you're coming up now and I'm telling you that, and you're telling me you're getting 10 leads in a day, do you expect to make 1 million naira in 1 week? No, now. That is, except you're selling a high ticket course. Remember, I told you the course I'm selling, like the price I get, the commission I get for it is like 16.5. So that is what I'm looking at. So you need to know your numbers. Take it serious. You need to know what, and it's not that my own is 20%, your own will be 20. No, you actually need to know how many. Let's say if you don't know your own currently, you can be using the average conversion for webinars. Average conversion is 10%, which means if 100 persons come for your webinar, 100, you should expect at least 10 sales at the end. If 10 persons attended your webinar, you should expect at least one sale. If less than 10 persons attended your webinar, then you should not expect any sale. Is as simple as that. I used to, like, that's how I tell my students. You don't need to like paint words or tell you they may or they may not. No, look at the worst scenario. If you don't have up to 10 persons, don't expect any sale. If a sale comes, good, it's you did well. But if there is no sale, don't be disappointed or say why. You already know why you didn't reach the people that came. People didn't turn up for it. So if you're doing WhatsApp class, you're doing DM per DM, whatever way you're actually using to convert, I'm not going to start teaching you all those WhatsApp class and all those things. No, and webinars. No, I believe you already know these things. If you don't know it, if you're a new person, you don't know these things. It's actually, I think, if you're an affiliate, the good thing about affiliate marketing is that once you want to get started, you get an affiliate course, and most of affiliate course teaches all these things. So you can actually go back to your training and learn them. If you don't understand all these ones I say, like webinar, WhatsApp classes, and all, or just your funnel, do you guys, you need to know these basic things first so I can relate to what I'm saying. That is if you're a new person here, all right. So let's move on quickly. Let's move on. So that is that about knowing your number. So with that, I already know that I need to get like 225 person, 225 leads. So what I should not be bothered about is, how do I get these people? I'm doing paid traffic. Do I need to increase the amount of the do I need to increase how much I spend on my leads? And actually, how much I spend varies. It actually varies. And hey, let me add, I'm not actually the one doing my adverts. I'm not the one doing the pay traffic myself. I pay people to do it, but you can learn it and do it yourself. It's better. It's actually better. I'm just, like I said, I'm using myself here. But that does not mean you should do exactly what I'm doing. But let's move on. All right, so the next thing I should be entering now, if you already know your number, you're already picturing how much you need to make. How I broke it down to how many people you need to bring to your DM to the very end, which is till the point of when they buy. Because after the webinar, you should expect them to start buying. Although I'll still tell you things that you need to do for them to actually buy, depending on what you sell. All right, I'm still going to use myself as an example for that. So the next thing you should actually think of, the next thing I will think of if I want to make 1 million naira in 1 week, is actually I will focus on my conversion. I know I've mentioned that earlier, all right, but let me come back to it again. I will actually focus. I will try to do more things for them to buy more, to increase my conversion. Now, conversion is actually I don't even know how to explain it, but it's just that is what I will do for them to buy. Conversion is not really a particular something per se. Conversion starts from when they are in your DM. Things you did that made them to attend the class, things you said in the webinar, which I know that I think Expertnia has hosted the webinar class, and some of you that attended already know how to hold the webinar. From there to like after the webinar, what you say to them, what you do, all these things actually make up your conversion. So conversion is not actually one particular something that you say, I'm doing it. And it's not, it's a process. It's everything you did from the beginning till the point where that person buys that product you want them to buy. You're selling to them. All right, I see that generally as your conversion. All right, so anytime you hear conversion, don't be thinking that is one magic or maybe one charm like Uche said. No, it's actually something that the processes you did. If you and the funny thing is that if you actually miss one step, it will actually affect your conversion. That is why you need to be careful and you need to be very intentional when it comes to your conversion, because you might think that you're doing something right, but let's say just that one thing you did, maybe let's say now that wrong targeting, let's say you're doing paid traffic, now you're doing it by yourself or someone that is doing it for you. Person is targeting people that are low ticket people that no matter what you say to them, they can't afford the whatever thing you're saying. No matter the commercial, no matter what you say in the web, no matter what you post, no matter what you tell them, you will see that they're not buying. So at some point, it might not really be your fault, but it's just that one mistake you made. So you need to actually perfect everything. You need to do everything right for your conversion to be okay. All right. So now for my conversion, let's assume I've done everything I need to do. I've gotten my leads. They I after they saved my automation. Remember I told you I automated everything. Once they come to my DM, after I told them to save my contact and all that, and then we landed in them coming for the webinar, and then me doing my own part in the webinar. I start teaching them, and then it's now time for them to buy. Well, even before they come for my webinar, the first thing I think, because I told you guys I do WhatsApp marketing, which I know that some people actually do here. If you're doing email marketing, you can as well just do the things I'm saying here, or just adjust it to suit your email marketing or whatever method you're using to sell. Doesn't really matter. All right, so conversion is conversion, no matter what you're using, the platform you're using to sell. All right, but for me that is using WhatsApp, I noticed I started doing some things that actually improved my conversion. First, okay, normally I used to post like let's say 1 to 2 hours interval. It actually makes my post to come up. Now, this doesn't mean I should keep posting like someone that maybe don't have sense or something like that to be anything you see. And then while posting, actually you need to be intentional, because for me, I see my WhatsApp status as my office. As a matter of fact, when I wake up in the morning, for some of you that have my contacts, I don't know, but when I wake up in the morning, before I post anything, I used to like greet my WhatsApp people. It's not like it's compulsory. I'm not saying you should go and start greeting somebody morning, afternoon, and night. No, but I used to see it as like I've opened my. It's give me this feeling that okay, I've opened business for the day, or I've opened my office for the day. So it's not like it's anything. I don't know. I don't know if it has done anything for me or it has not done anything for me. I don't think anybody have told me that they bought because of I'm greeting them. No, but it's something. It's just a courtesy that I do. All right, so I take my WhatsApp status very serious. And if you are doing WhatsApp marketing, you should take your status very serious, because that is the only way you're putting out what you're selling. That is the only way they're seeing it. Even if they attend your webinar. One thing with after webinar is that immediately after webinar, everybody that attended, they'll be pumped up. Like they want to know, is this thing true? What this thing said, is it even going to work for me? That time they will be, in fact, if they have your social media handle, that's when they will go and visit it. If them say you told them your Instagram or Twitter, they will go that time. That is when they will come back to your WhatsApp status to come and check. Are you even sure what this guy said? That period. So you actually need to be intentional about your WhatsApp status. That's when it comes to conversion. Yeah. Put out things that is related to what you sell that makes sense. All right. I don't need to start telling you about content to post, but as for me, maybe because I'm a lady or anything, but I do lifestyle marketing very well. It works for me. Now, what do I mean by lifestyle marketing? Like I put out myself. Some people will be like they don't want to show their face, or they don't like posting about themselves, or they're introverts. It's all good though. Nobody is forcing you, but for me, what works for me is, and people tends to believe me more. In fact, this recently, WhatsApp added this feature, this voice note, sending voice notes on WhatsApp status. I really, really like that. And if you're someone that does WhatsApp marketing, it will help you very well. I've just this short period, 2 weeks, I stay using it. I've seen people react to it, like it's actually doing well for me. I just wake up morning, there's something I'm supposed to type normally. Let's say that as long as that thing doesn't have any link attached to it, I'll use voice notes. But people tend to actually believe you when they're hearing your voice. It's even better when they're seeing, but they can't keep seeing you now. You can't keep recording video. So all those things that you want to type, you can actually use that voice this thing on WhatsApp status and just record a 30 seconds voice saying what you want to say. Because when people hear your voice, they will know, okay, they can actually know if this person is sincere or not, or get the feeling like, I really need to do this thing because they're hearing your voice. So just be intentional, basically be intentional about your WhatsApp status. All right, then when it comes like me, like I told you guys, like I said, I'm talking about myself here. All right, and you can actually just suit yourself put yourself in my shoe and do the things I'm doing, and I know you will get results. That's what I'm certain. If you do all these things I'm saying, you're going to get the results that you're looking for. I'm certain of that, all right? So you can as well, on the WhatsApp group, like I said, I used to create WhatsApp. Some of you, I heard some people actually used to wonder when I say that if they come from my, like if I get leads and they come to my DM after saving my contact, I first send them to a WhatsApp group then before the so that they can sign up for the webinar. Now some of you, why I don't send them the link straight for the webinar is because I need to like follow them up after the class. I do follow up. I don't really do DM per DM follow up because I get lots of leads. But DM per DM follow up is good. If you're still starting, you have few people, you can do DM per, but you don't need to start disturbing people. Some of you don't let your prospects rest. Morning, afternoon, and night, and disturbing them. And it's actually a very big turn off. So it doesn't mean I should start disturbing people. But I use that WhatsApp. So now, if let's assume you have WhatsApp group, after they've saved your contact, you send them to the WhatsApp group. Now after that class, you can as well just go back there, check up on them, like send a voice note. The class just ended. If you did attend, you can click this link to watch the recorded version. And the good thing about the webinar I hold is that the same link you used to that I use for the live class is the same link they will use. They will click and they will watch it as a recorded version. So I don't need to start sending out a new link or all that. So that is okay. I think that is all about the conversion. Yes. So I think let me just quickly conclude because, like I said, I'm not going to talk plenty talk because almost everything they've been saying, all these things. Some of you are just hearing it for the first time, but there is no magic or there is no secret or anything. I'm not someone that used to keep things that I know. But I know that it's going to help another person. That is why I said everything as it is. All right. And there is nothing special I'm doing. So in conclusion, let me conclude, Sha. In conclusion, I just broke down everything I said. And if I do all these things, I get I automate my WhatsApp. I make sure that my leads are coming in. I know my numbers. I then while holding my webinars, I do it well because that's another thing that will actually affect you. Let's say you're holding WhatsApp class or you're doing webinar or you're doing whatever thing you're doing, or let's if your funnel is not okay, no matter what you do, that's why I said if you miss any step, yeah, it's actually going to affect your conversion. It's actually going to affect every other thing you're doing. So if you're someone that's okay, you don't even know how to let's say, oh yeah, I don't know the perfect example to use, but whatever, Sham, what I'm trying to say that you need to actually try your best to, and all these steps I listed that will help me to make 1M in 1 week. If you follow them, you do exactly as it is. Sometimes some of you will be asking, I know some people will be like, if I'm saying all these things and I say that I want to be consistent in making it, me, I know my number. Let's assume in a week now I didn't get up to 1,000 people. I'm not expecting to make 1M in that week. Even though it's possible, I'm not saying it's not possible. Looking at my numbers and looking at everything I just said now, if I don't make it, I'll not be like, Imelda, but you did everything you're supposed to do. I know I did not do everything I'm supposed to do. It might be my fault, it might not be my fault, but the end point is that I did not get that number. And so don't expect, because that's what actually kills a lot of newbies, because they've been hearing you join, you start affiliate marketing or you start whatever thing you're doing, and then you'll be hearing people tell you as long as you're getting leads you will make sale, and they're not telling you the exact leads or the exact number, and then you maybe you're someone that you're just doing like 10 people every day. It's good instead of not to do at all. It's better you're doing that 10 one day those 10 will buy. But I'm just saying, if you're doing that 10 and you now be asking yourself, but why am I not making sale? It's actually because you're not getting enough. So you need to, that's why I say that knowing your numbers is important. If you don't know your number, if you are still a new person, you don't know what works for you, use the average number. If it's WhatsApp classes you hold, for WhatsApp classes, if okay, I think WhatsApp have already increased the group now, but let's say 100 people were attended the class, the WhatsApp class, they are obviously in the group, but let's say 100 people were online when you started that class. When I did WhatsApp class, the highest conversion I've had was 5%. Mostly it's always between 2 to 3. So if I have 100 people attend, it's just like 3 people that will buy. Highest 5 people at the point, as in at that point, at the spot, before like as time goes on, they will start buying. But I'm just trying to tell you, I don't do WhatsApp classes. I just did it like once or twice. But when I did it, you don't try to expect much when you've not done much. All right. So I think that would be all for tonight. So if you do all these things, I know I don't think that if I am able to do all these things I said right now, I will constantly be making 1 million naira every week. And you guys listening to me, if you actually do all these things I said, you will also be making the 1 million naira and more. If you increase your number, that is just okay. Let's say now me now that I already know my conversion and I'm supposed to get like 1,800 leads for me to achieve like 1M. If to say I want to reach and increase it to 2 million naira, I will simply be getting 3,600 leads. So I just double my leads, and as much my people that will join, that will sign up for the class, we double. People that will attend, we double, and it just keeps increasing that way. And that is how it was. That's why affiliate market, they always say that it's not as if it's easy, but it's not simple, but it's easier. It's not easy, but it's simple. The point is just that it's actually something that you already have a laid down step. And good thing that we are not the early people. It's even the early people that started this affiliate marketing in Nigeria, the likes of Bostoing them, the people that actually, I will even say that it was more difficult for them because they didn't even have anybody that in Nigeria that it was doing it, that they will say, okay, let me learn from this person, or let me pay for this person's mentorship, or let me like follow what this person is doing. But you people, we now that started right now, we have people. What I just used to do is that I just look up. I have affiliates that I know that I take them as my mentor. I just ask them. I will call them or chat them or reach out to them. Please, oh, I want to do this thing. How did you do it? Because the thing that if you want to achieve something, you do what someone is doing. If you see the person doing that thing, you can just reach out to the person. The person tell you, you can follow the person's steps, and you will get exactly the same result. All right, guys. So I think I'll round up. Uche, Uche, I'm done. No,
This is not what you paid you 1 million naira for. Film don't finish.
I don't try.
Anyway, the thing is, we have like a couple of questions already. So one question we normally get like every single time is, what is your daily schedule like? Like how do you manage to, I mean, we're 300 level medical students, and I know that in medicine, the higher you go, the hotter it gets. So how do you manage to combine a business that, I mean, see the numbers you're calling, 1,000 leads, 2,000 leads, 3,000 leads. That's a lot of people that you have to talk to. I mean, although we know you're not talking to them one by one, but that's like a lot of people you have to bring into your sales funnel, into your business every week and try to convert them. And then converting at 30%, 40%, that's like an insane number. But how do you manage to do all of this and still do your schooling thing? How do you manage to juggle these things? And I mean, you're a lady. You're a lady. You have like personal stuff you should be doing. You should be chilling. All of that. So how do you manage to juggle all of this all at once?
Well, it will still come back to what I said earlier. You need to focus on things that matters. You need to focus. Me, I'm not someone that usually go out. I just focus on things that matter. And if you actually focus on things that you see that you have enough time for yourself. And then, like I said, I automated all these things. So when it comes to handling them, I only handle the few ones that are very stubborn, that will never do what the autoresponder say you should do. Some people, even if you cry, tell them to save, they'll never reply saved. So you have to actually attend to those few people one on one. So, but the automation will help you to attend to lesser people. Meanwhile, you're getting more people. And for me, combining it, so it's, even though I'm a lady, it's anybody that wants to make money, you will put in effort to make the money. Oh. Whether you're a lady or you're not, shebi the money is for you. So me, what used to I shall know that I want to live a good life. I want to make money, and I want to be able to afford things I like to afford for myself. So that alone will actually push me and always gave me track that you need to do this thing, you need to focus. So when we actually focus and cut off the unnecessary things you are doing, okay, just like this thing I said now, as a lady, maybe say you are chilling and all that. I know they too chill. Oh. All the chilling is in my room. So just cut off on things, and then me, I balance my life like I used to say. I try as much as I'm putting effort on my business. I don't let my studies to suffer. The only thing that is going to take out more of your time, your sleeping time. Me, I don't sleep for long. I hardly sleep up to 6 hours, which is not really good. As a medical student, it's not good for my health, but I have to do it for now. It's not going to be forever. So I don't sleep past 6 hours. It's not good. I don't say you should be doing it. I'm just telling you guys what I do to balance my life. So I read and make sure that if I'm reading, I've satisfied my conscience. Because there is something about me. If I'm doing my business, let's say 2 3 days, I've not looked at my studies. I'll be having this kind of guilty conscience that you know that like you want to fail. Oh. These people laugh at you if you fail. Oh. They'll say it's because of your business that you failed. Oh, but go and read your book. And I'll go and carry my
Ah.
book. I'll go and carry my
But
book.
but I thought school is scam. Maybe they say school na scam.
I scam now, but make I collect my
In
certificate.
fact,
All the people that
you
I
have
used to say
told me.
scam.
It's like you have even told me before that school na scam. So why is your
But
conscience
you have
making you feel
certificates
guilty?
now. Don't worry. When I collect my certificate, I'll start saying it's scam. All the people that used to say it's scam, they have certificates. So I will keep it in the house. I'll collect my scam and drop. I'll go.
Oh, oh. So that's you want to collect certificate first, then you come and start deceiving us later.
Yes. I'm not the
Wow.
first people now. Everybody
You-
will deceive ourselves.
Wow.
Food
This
is
is
not
giving
scam.
investor vibes. Wow.
Yeah.
So the next question I want to ask you is you said something about at the beginning when you were doing WhatsApp classes and you generate 100 leads and you said you'd make like maybe one or two sales, you know, at the big like maybe the first class you had, like instant conversion. So
Mm.
and there are lots of newbies that are listening to you right now. And I mean, when you tell a newbie that you put your business in front of 100 people and just one, two, or three people buy, I mean, it sounds very discouraging. So, is there anything you can, tell them that would make them understand what it's like building a business, an online business from scratch,
Well,
especially as regards conversion, because you told them worst case scenario, and we all know. I mean, we are Nigerians. We like to believe in best case scenario. You know.
me, I like say the worst case scenario so that you will not be disappointed. It's better you're happy that you did more than expected than you're sad that you're expecting more and then it's less. So okay, but as a newbie, when I started, you just have to understand that this is not Ponzi. It's not a get quick. I mean, how did they take speaker? But it's not something that you will just come in and in as much as you're going to make money. I told you guys in 2 weeks, after I finished, I studied my course. I bought 72 IG and it's for 12 days. I finished the course in 7 days. In fact, when I started, so I was writing the exam that period. I was literally watching it 2 to 4 a.m. every midnight. Like after reading, I read at night. I'm a night person, and then 2 to 4 a.m. I watch my video. That's what I was doing 2 hours. I finished the video. After finishing the video, I think day 13, I made my first sale. Now that is because I took that course personally. So you actually need to understand that this is a real business. It's something that you just tell yourself that I need beginning of any business is not easy. Starting up a business is not easy. It's much easier for me right now than then. But as I started though, I was still I still need to push my I still told myself that I told myself that I need to make money from this business. And as long as I've seen my friend, she's doing well in it. So I'm also going to do well now because I'm not blocked. So what I'm trying to say is that you need to focus on your training. You need
Are
to
you sure you're not
understand.
blocked?
And maybe I am. Oh, I don't even know. Be like say I am. Ah, cause okay. So as I was saying, you need to actually focus on your training. And as Ella said, you just expect the worst because you are selling to people. Everybody cannot buy what you're selling. It's not because you're getting 100 people, you expect 100 people to buy. Even if you're selling Gate of Heaven, it's like the Peter that they gave key. Not everybody wants to go to heaven. In fact, if you say it right now, not everybody. No, some people tell you that heaven is boring. So no matter what you're selling, everybody is not going to buy. So you need to understand that and reduce your expectation. And as you're reducing it, just I don't mean that you should lose as in be discouraged though. No, I'm not trying to discourage anybody. I'm just trying for you to see the reality. The only good thing about this business that as long as you actually focus on your training, I think what helped me to actually scale up immediately and start doing well. And I think 2 months after I started, I made my first 1 million was because I knew what I wanted. I knew that I wanted to make money, and they told me that to make money I need to study my course as if my life is in it. I said, okay, that's not a problem. I had a jotter. Anything, any point, I put it down. I was studying this thing. Midnight, 2 to 4 a.m. I can't forget it. But some of you just come in and you don't want to do the work. You just want to come and start making. No, it doesn't work like that. Everybody that you see that are making millions had the time they were making 100K. They had the time they were making 50K. The first month I made was 25K. Although when they paid me like as in cumulative now. But you cannot start and just you can start and start making 1 million. It's possible. But as a newbie, just look at the people that are closer to the amount you need to be making. Set a target for yourself, and then just if you're holding a WhatsApp class, like I said, the number I said was the average number, or that is the worst case scenario. That doesn't mean that if you hold WhatsApp class, and I said as in instantly. That means little after the class, let's say 1 hour or 2 hours after the class, like 4 5 persons will buy because let's say 100 people attended. In the space of 3 to 5 days, you might be getting like up to 15 persons buy from you. And if you are selling a course of, let's say that you're getting commission of 10K, that is like 150K for you already. So you already know that since you can do 150K, oh yeah, it's time to increase the number. You now increase, so it's just small, small. It's not like chickens. So that's it. So I don't know if I answered the question, Uchi, but I don't know.
You did you answer the question? Ask yourself, did you answer the question?
I answered the question now. I
Okay,
answered.
you answered the question, Abby.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. So your success is I should I say unusual because I mean someone comes into a business and in 2 weeks they are up 200K. In less than 2 months they are up 1 million. In a year and 2 months they have done 40 million in sales and hitting like 1 million in a week a couple of times, like not once, not twice. So what would you say has been the difference, like has been the driving factor? I mean, you said something about you wanting to live a good life. I think every one of us wants to live a good life, sure. Although not every one of us is willing to work for it.
Exactly.
But what would you say has been the driving factor for where you are right now and where you're planning to get to?
Well, just what you said. Everybody wants to live a good life. The question is how much are you willing to offer to do to actually have that life? Some of us
Remember we said at the beginning that there's no aspire to Maguire, no Maguire to aspire,
I will
Imelda.
give myself because myself they give myself motivation once. So no matter how we try to dodge it now, you need to motivate yourself. The thing is that as for me personally, the thing that pushes me, I will keep saying it. I want to live a good life. Because I will not say, well, I'm even the last born self, so I don't really have much on me. I just want to live a baby girl lifestyle. And whenever I'm lagging behind or I want to drop or I feel like I'm feeling down, like I'm not doing enough, I just tell myself, is it this thing you're doing that you use and be taking yourself to Dubai every week? Do you get? So that is number one thing. I'm not going to lie. That is the first thing that actually pushes me to do whatever thing I want to do. I want to be able to afford the things I want. And I'm conscious of it. Some of you here, you'll be like, you too, you want that kind of thing. But you're not conscious of it. You quickly forget it. You used to forget that you need to make money. You used to forget that you need to be so place. And that is why it's also good to actually have things, reminders, write things, all those stuff that Bosto used to say, because it will help you. When you look at it, you go back to look at the things that you told yourself. Imagine going back now and look at those things you said you're going to do this 2023, and then we're already in the third month and you've not done it. Subconsciously, you will tell yourself to wake up. Do you get? You will just tell yourself that yeah, it's not the way I'm moving like snail that you use and make 20 million in 1 year, and you have not even made the 1 million in 3 months, and the year is already ending. So those little things. Yeah, you motivate yourself. You have to acquire to acquire oh, because you need to do it for me, or you just find one. I just what I'm trying to say that you need to find one thing that will be pushing you, that will make you motivate you to actually do the thing you want to do. A lot of people have their own personal reasons. For me, I cannot come here and come and start saying my reason is because I'll just mention one thing so that people will feel like it's strong. I don't have what the little thing I have is I want to live good life and I'm conscious of it. And that is what is pushing me. That's all. To get.
Ah, finally, this girl say Maguire does.
Yeah, no.
Okay, let's accept the Maguire. Now, lots of newbies come into internet businesses, affiliate marketing, and I hear we hear, a bunch of times someone says, "Oh, I started this thing and I reached out to like top guys, top affiliates and whatnot, and I wanted them to show me what to do or teach me what to do." And some of them said, "Oh, I have to pay for mentorship, like sort of like pay for their time and all." So I'm wondering because I mean, you came in as a newbie and you just flew out the gate. So was there something you're doing different that you're going to tell a beginner to do in terms of, okay, should a beginner wait for someone to mentor them, or is there
Well,
something else they can do?
the thing is that as a beginner, well, as when I was a beginner, I actually it all happens. Me, I can remember chatting the top guys then up. Little I joined, my mentor told me that the first thing you need to do is to set up your Twitter accounts, follow all the people expert now is following, just the basic things you need to do. I did them. They said all the people that you know that are doing well, turn on their notification, follow them all because it's assumed that by that time you have not maybe you don't have money to pay for mentorship. Do you get? Paying for mentorship is good because it's not when you pay someone for something, the person is committed to you. So in as much as it's good, people can answer you freely, but they can't give you the attention they will give you when you pay for that mentorship. However, as a newbie, when I started, I mean, I just the top people up. Nobody answered me. As a matter of, I think it was only one guy that answered me, Kenny Muke. He was the only one that replied me and sent me his WhatsApp number. Now, what I do every morning then was I was always following up him and this son of consultation or the consolation. Two of them, they actually replied me and I was always following their WhatsApp status or I was learning from them from afar because even though at that time they had a mentorship offer, but I wasn't able to afford it then. So I was learning from them. So you can as well try to reach out to, if they don't answer you, it's not bad. They are very busy, it's normal. But you can also be learning from them indirectly because me, I was very intentional about learning. Yes, I was learning from the top people. I was always checking my Twitter. I'll come and see Joy, see Margaret, see Kele, see Chigos. They see that I would just be seeing that post everywhere. I would only bother, I would just follow the person, turn on the notification, be seeing what they're doing, trying to learn from them, trying to see is it what they're doing? Is it how they did it? If I see any Twitter space, I will attend. I was also willing to learn because if you don't learn, if you don't, you need to look at people that you want to be like and then learn from them. So yes, what I did different was I was learning. I didn't pay anybody for mentorship personally, even up till now. Okay, as I'm growing now, I've been paying some people, but I didn't pay anybody when I was starting. However, I was learning from people. So I was getting indirect mentorship. So I didn't pay for mentorship. But if you can afford to pay someone for mentorship, it will help you more because the person will give you, in as much as the person will be busy or anything, you have already made a commitment and the person will be willing to actually assist you. So I think it's also it helped me to actually go far because I remember then I was always almost at everybody's like profile. Like so as if it's my daily routine. I would always come to Twitter, check out everybody. I'll say, this one made 200K in a week. And me too, I will do it too. I'll now go push myself. I'll come again. I'll see another person. I'll now see when they did discount. I saw it was Caleb made like I think 11 million. Say Jesus, somebody did this in the whole week. So stuff like that. So I was learning from people. Yeah. So you can do that as well as a newbie to help you.
So are you directly saying that a newbie does not need mentorship, or you're saying that a newbie does not need to pay for mentorship.
I said a newbie need mentorship, but at the same time, hey, let me just say this. Doesn't mean that when you pay for someone's mentorship,
Because na election season be this, you don't dey talk like politician. So let us know
wait,
what you're saying.
wait now. What I'm saying is that you need mentorship. However, if you can't afford to pay for someone's mentorship, you can still learn from the person. What I'm saying is that you need to actually learn. You need mentor. Mentorship is learning now. Whether you paid or you did not pay, you need to learn from people. And then what I'm saying that when you get the mentorship does not mean that because you paid for somebody's mentorship, you will now start making millions. The person will be doing magic for you. No, a person is going to provide you with necessary things you've been hearing, you've been seeing, and then everything falls back to your effort. So I think the major factor here is you. If you are willing to learn, if you're willing to implement the things you learned. So it's not even about mentorship or not. If you have a mentor and you're not implementing what your mentor is telling you, it's as good as nothing. But yes, you need a mentor. But it's not the mentor will not come and carry you in their head. You get.
So in essence, what you're saying is everybody needs a mentor, Abby. But if you can't afford it, you can always learn it directly from the same people, Abby.
Yes, no.
Okay. At the moment, do you have, say, a mentorship program?
Me, I no. I don't have I don't think there is even any way someone can reach out to me right now because I don't even have any link on my Twitter. Which is not it's not as if there's anything, no, but right now I need to focus and I it's not you can be learning from me directly, but currently I don't have any mentorship program for anybody. No, I don't.
So there is no way, there is no amount you can pay for you to become a mentor.
I can be your mentor that you paying me. I'm not saying you should not learn from me, but for me to accept any payments from anybody right now, no, I don't have the time. So which pity me now. I don't have the time. That's the thing.
I
But
know, I know, I know, I know, I know you're supposed to leave soon, but is it that you don't have a mentorship group at the moment?
I have mentorship group, WhatsApp group for my students. Yes,
Okay, for your
they
students.
get free mentorship from me, but it's just basically everything they've been hearing here. But yeah, anyway, you can reach out to me, Sha, if you want me to. If I really have a serious issue, you can reach out to me. But I'm not promising anybody personal mentorship. No, I can't do any. Even with my students, personal no. Except it's going to be group. You can learn from others or learn from my recorded classes, the classes I've attended before. Yes, if it's for that one, it's possible. Because my Telegram group, I hold classes for my students every month, and I name them each month. So you can go through and everything you need is actually there. Everything I've taught my students is there. But I'm not offering any one-on-one mentorship right now. Personal mentorship, no, I don't have.
Wow. Okay, mother, what are your immediate plans for the future? I mean, you're doing very well at the moment, but what plans do you have for the future? Like next 1 year, next 2 years, next 5 years, with your business, of course.
My immediate plan, I have to make more money now. I don't understand the question, but my plan is to make more money. Mm-hmm. Nothing else. Make money. Which are you there? I really don't want to
Yeah,
talk.
yeah. You said your plan is nothing else. I mean, I don't know if I see you just blew my mind because you just said nothing else. Make more money. I mean, I know you're an Igbo woman, so that's very typical. But now, Chelsea, come on now.
Okay, except the personal plans I have for myself, which it's not something I should start sharing here, but it still boils down to in my
I
business.
didn't say personal plans,
I
though.
want
Maybe because it's like some of your toasters are even on this space. So I didn't say anything like personal plans. You understand? What I'm saying is, for your business now, I mean, okay, let me make it more elaborate. So, for
Okay.
example, someone starts making money and they have like this target in their head, or sometimes you write it down. You say, oh, maybe by the end of the year, I want to be like at so and so amount. Maybe I want to be making like 1 million at the end of the year, 2 million at the end of the year. Now, for someone like you, I understand. I'm not even certain. Maybe you had any plans like that. I mean, you just saw people doing well, and you just said, "Oh, let me try this thing." So now that you're making this thing happen, and this money is coming in, and you're well on your way to. I mean, you've done for someone who's done 1 million more than once, more than twice. You've tasted blood. I mean, how they see you're a shark. You've smelled blood. So what are
Okay.
you planning towards exactly? That's where I'm at.
All right. Okay. Well, the first thing I told myself that I just like you said, I saw what I did last year and I was like, I want to do by the end of the year, I want to see like doing times three of it. Yes, I think that is one of my major plans this year to do times three of what I did before or even more self. But yes, and then just and majorly this I want to, since I already made like 1M some couple of time, I want to see if I can be making like mm, consistently 1M or more. Do you get? It's also among the plans, and which is why we are holding this class. And yeah, yes, that's it. That's, that's my target, and I hopefully I should do it. I will.
So while we are here, all of us are here, assuming that you're trying to build a 1 million naira business. You're actually trying to build a 3 million naira per week business.
Okay, see, I don't understand.
Like 1 million per week. Okay, you want to make 1 million consistently. That's what we're thinking. But actually, as an Igbo woman that you are, you're actually timing 3 million per week.
And I want to
That's
more.
that's 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 brilliant. That's actually brilliant, really. I mean, that's beautiful. So, can you say that affiliate marketing has changed your life in any way?
Yes, of
Like, is there anything? Did you
yes.
say yes? Of course.
It has changed my life. Like generally, it's okay, from the obvious one, which is it has made me think that I can do more for myself. I can make any amount of money I want to make. I've seen that, and I think that it's affected my life generally. It's made me more focused. Yes, I feel because before I don't think I was someone that was really interested in doing one thing and doing it. But I think the money I'm making and everything is making me to be focused, to be okay. You need to do this, and you're going to do it, and it has also helped me to connect with people, lots of people that naturally I wouldn't have connected with them. And like I said, it has made me make more money. It's changed my life. Yes, so it's really, really changed my life. Like, come on. I didn't even know that by last year I would be able to even get an international passport, not to talk of to travel. But my business, Expat I made it
I've
possible
been
for
as a village girl. Who would have thought?
Uche.
As a village girl, who would have thought?
Don't worry, see finish. Leave it for me like that. But that's it. You get so it has really helped my life. I won't lie. Like something like anytime no matter where I'll be, like if I remember it, I'll be like, it's like it's the major something in my life. It's the major turning point in my life. Yes, so I'm grateful.
So, guys, this village girl has been able to all the way from Enugu. I mean, everybody, of course, virtually everyone who is pushing the boundaries in internet business is in Lagos. But this village girl all the way from Enugu is on her way to building a 1 million naira per week business, and she's in 300 level. So this is just to, and she's also a medical student. So this is to show you that making money on the internet has nothing to do with location, It has nothing to do with your level of intelligence. I mean, of course, you can say, oh, she's training to be a doctor, so she has to be like super intelligent, blah blah blah. But no, because I mean, we've had people on these spaces, on these Twitter spaces, that some of them are not even in school. Some of them are undergraduates, some of them are dropouts, some of them are not even in school at all. And they are doing crazily well in their businesses. So this is just to show you that it doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't your location doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how busy you are. I mean, you could have a 9 to 5. Of course, we know in Nigeria, 9 to 5 is like a 5 to 9. So you could have a 5 to 9 and still create time, create time after work, create time during the weekends. You can even set up like an automated business that just runs for you on autopilot in the background. I mean, what my mother has described, she talked about using WhatsApp, setting up her automated WhatsApp tools, contact saver, a bunch of automations here and there. So she has shown us that there are things you can do to make this thing happen for you. Like no matter how hectic your schedule is, there is always a way. Because I mean, if a 300 medical student, 300 level medical student is doing this, I don't know, Chelsea, come on now. You don't have any excuse. You don't have any reason to say this is not something I cannot do. So, guys, if you have any questions, I mean, we've had a bunch of questions already that Imelda has helped us answer. But if you have any more questions, maybe you want to speak, you can just send in a speaker request and ask your question now. Because I mean, Imelda is a very busy person, and we can't afford to keep her here longer than she should be here. I mean, as a doctor and that kind of thing, she has patients to attend to. So,
Yeah,
if you have any question, you don't have any patients.
I don't have now.
So I can volunteer to be your first patient.
I know.
Uh, so when someone comes to the hospital, you will send the person back.
I'm still learning.
You don't want to go. You don't want to go and chook me injection in my eye.
I feel wounded.
So guys, if you have a question, please send in a speaker request right now and ask your question because a mother will be off here any minute from now. If you could also send a DM. So we are waiting. If you've sent in a speaker request before, you can try to send it in again because I mean, Twitter Space is like very glitchy. So it comes and it goes.
I think I'm seeing 5 people requesting also.
Yeah, Twitter is very funny. All of these requests, they'll pop up, and then when you open the request to speak, it has disappeared. So it's like a glitch that spaces that. That's why I'm saying they can try to send it again.
Mm.
I mean, it's coming up. Two people are sending requests, but it's disappearing. Twitter should fix this thing, Jerry. Okay, someone is saying, how do you generate leads, please? Say how do you generate leads? According to him, because when you talk to top affiliate marketers, the first thing you hear is subscribe to my mentorship. They don't care. So how do you generate leads, please?
Mm. I run adverts now. I've said it before. I do paid traffic. Like I run adverts on Facebook, YouTube, and yeah.
So have you
People
been running ads from day one? From day
no,
one?
no, no. As a beginner, you
Okay.
need to do organic traffic. I explained it earlier on, which is like trying to get people without, because obviously, let's assume that you used all your money, your last card to get started, or you don't have any money, you've not made any money right now. So I'm not saying that if you just start, you should start running paid traffic. No, you need to at least make money. So you can do organic traffic. There are a lot of ways to do organic traffic. There are a lot of them. Do you get? So contact extraction you can do through repost. People repost your flyer and write up for free. Your friends. There are a lot of ways to do organic traffic. Now when you do them, when you make money, the only things that when you start making money, I would advise you just start. If you want to scale up, But if you want to just be taking it once in a while, like small, small, let the money be coming in small, small, you can still be doing organic traffic. But once you make your money, what I tell my students is that once you make your first sale, the first money they'll pay you, use it and run ads to do you more good than harm, so that you can scale up. So you can start with organic traffic, then you can switch to paid traffic when you have still making money. Check it.
So organic traffic first as a beginner, and then switch to paid traffic once you start making money. But then, I mean, if you're a beginner and you have money to start doing paid traffic, or you know how to do paid traffic already, I mean, you can just jump in if that's what tickles your fancy. So I'm going to approve Henry Michael's request to speak. Henry Michael, are you there? Henry Michael, are you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, Henry.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, Henry, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Good
So
evening, Henry.
she talked about getting.
Your question, please.
Yes, I'm speaking. Can you not hear me? Can you hear me now? Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you, Henry.
So Imelda talked about getting as much as 1 to 2,000 leads per day, and you know WhatsApp these days is very WhatsApp is very funny. Would they not block your account? Would they not disable your account when that much lead come to your DM?
Okay, Melda.
Okay. Well, I did say 1,000 to 2,000 leads per day. I say per week. But meanwhile, WhatsApp have been acting crazy these days. But the thing is that you need to avoid getting banned. I don't think getting much lead will get you banned. However, doing some things, there are some things you did, like forwarding message to a lot of persons, they will ban you. If you are, let's say you're adding someone, you're adding people to group, you can just send them link to the group. If you add people to the group by yourself, they will ban you. If you maybe make someone an admin, just those things that will make them to ban you. But they've never banned me because of the amount of leads I get. No. If you are getting people, because I do your work manually, it's only when you start like doing all these things that will look like you're trying to disturb people. That is when WhatsApp will ban you. So don't be afraid. Just generate your lead. They will not ban
Okay. Thank you very much.
you. All right.
All right. Now, Melda, like I said, going through your media, there are like lots and lots and lots of successes there. I mean, there's this particular one that actually stands out where you said you sold 300 copies of this particular program and you did like 6 million in commissions in 2 months. That's an average of 3 million per month. So, is there any way you could walk us through the process, like what you did?
It's exactly what. Okay, I made that show. I think it was December, January. That was the 2 months. Yes, December to January. The 2 months I made the 300 copies. It's basically what I explained here. Then my ads. The truth is that if you actually work on getting your leads, then my lead was doing very well. My advert was doing very well. So I was getting the number of people I needed to get. So I did my own part, which is everything I explained right now, and did that sell. That was how I did it. And then I think what also helped me was, I think it was because of it's beginning of the year or so, something like that. Everybody stands up to do something for themselves. But I'm not saying that's the main reason, no, but I'm just giving you some few factors that added to it. But the major thing is that I was generating leads. Like I was generating like at least 300 leads per day. That is average of like 1,800 leads in a week. And then did my webinar, to everything I did. I think that was how I did it. Yeah. So nothing special. It's the same thing I just explained right now.
Just I I actually asked for people who are just getting here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Of course, it's like an 8 o'clock class, or like an 8 o'clock webbing, 8 o'clock Twitter Spaces. But some people are not here early. They couldn't make it early, so like just give us like a brief summary, a brief run through. Like, oh, this is what I do. Because why I'm asking this question is, we do these spaces every single time, and to an extent, what you're saying now is what everybody else that has been here has said in one way or another. But the truth is, okay, like they said, we need to be reminded more than we need to be told. So the way the human brain works, sometimes we need to hear, most times we need to hear something over and over and over again for us to figure out, okay, this is what I need to do, or this is how this thing works. Because I mean, if something is not working for you, it's either you're not doing the right thing, or you're doing the right thing, but you're not doing it well enough. Or you're doing the right thing, but you're doing maybe too little of it and you need to do more. So, what most people come here on these spaces to do is they are here to get clarity. They are here to know what they are doing and they are doing it wrong. They are here to know what they are doing right that they should do more of. You get. So that's why we are having this. Okay, uh, how do you? And there's even like one or two more questions for yourself after this. So it's more
Oh,
like, how did you achieve this? If maybe I was a newbie now, and I mean, I want to have big dreams, I want to chill like you. So I was a newbie and there is like a sales challenge. Or maybe I give myself my own personal sales challenge. Okay, I want to do this 3 million in 1 month. I want to do this 6 million in 2 months, selling this course. How do I go about it? What do I do? Like brief run through for people who are just coming.
all right. Actually, for that 300 sales, I think yes, that was actually a sales challenge then. Yes, so I think that's the first thing first. That was a sales challenge. So if you're here right now and you see this sales challenge, you should actually try it out. It will help you. So the sales challenge, I think it was the highest was to make 100 sales in 2 months. I mean, in 1 month. Sorry. Yes, but then I started off, and the first thing I told myself was, okay, you need to do this sale and do it very well. Not just like you qualified for a challenge, but you need to qualify and qualify with making sense numbers. Do you get? So I first of all automated my WhatsApp. I set up my ads. Yes, I need to like the first thing I did was I increased my budget because at some point while the year was ending, I noticed that I was running ads but was not really doing well. So I reduced my budget. I kind of I was just doing the ads so that it will not be as if I'm not making money. Do you get? So that at least make them they pay me every Friday, no matter. So but when I started when I started to work on that sales, how I did the sales, I first of all increased my budget so that I could start getting like 300 leads per day, at least 3 to 400 leads per day. So that was the first thing I did, and then the next thing was to automate my WhatsApp, like I said earlier. I set up my autoresponder, my auto saver, and the rest. Just I automated them because I wouldn't want to keep people. One thing is if you don't have autoresponder, it will stress you, number one. And number two is that it will keep people waiting. When people come to your DM, let's say they chatted you this night and you're replying them tomorrow afternoon, it has already killed their energy. Like it will just they'll just be like, this one is replying me by this time. Are you even sure that she's going to show me how to do this thing or do that thing? So you need to set up your autoresponders and autosaver so that you can be up and doing, be efficient in replying them and all that. So after that, I started to before then I used to do webinar 2 weeks. And towards the end of last year, I was holding my webinars 2 weeks. So that was the point I started holding webinars one week, like every weekend. So that also helped. I started holding my webinars because that's why I said you can be doing it twice a week if you have the time, or maybe you're holding WhatsApp class. You can be doing it the shorter the better. As long as you're getting people, because someone that comes to your DM 1 week, let's say the person enters your DM on a Sunday, and then you tell the person you're going to teach them why they're in your DM on Friday, it's likely that they will lose interest before that time. Do you get? So the longer they are waiting, the more cold they become. So I started holding webinars per week. and then did my numbers, I found out that, like I told you guys, I've been holding webinars since. So I already knew my number, my conversion rate. So I just did my calculation. I knew the number of leads I need to start getting. I started getting them. I was holding webinar, and due to my leads were coming in, I was doing everything I needed to do. So it's actually made me to make that kind of sale, like to make that 6 million in 2 months. Yes. So that's it.
Wow. So I think I briefly mentioned this, but let's say you wake up tomorrow and there is this challenge now. Say for example, like last year when we did the Lexus challenge, and I think these guys had to do like 600 sales of 72 to win a Lexus. So within, I think, was it 3 months or so. So let's say there is a challenge tomorrow. You wake up to see this challenge tomorrow. How are you going to win it? Because I mean, nah, big woman, you be like this now. So we are expecting people like you to be. In fact, when there's a challenge, we write it down your name first. Then after you've written down your name, we now wait for you to eat it.
Okay, so if there is a sales challenge, let's say like the 600 sales in 3 months, right? The first thing I would do is to actually break it down. As a new person, if you see any challenge, don't look at the numbers. Be like, 600 is too much. When I'm doing like 10 in a week, how did they expect me to do 600? Only that alone, we just make it to chicken out. So the first thing you want to do is to break it down. Keep breaking it down until the number looks small in your eyes. What do I mean by that? Let's say 600 sales in 3 months, that's 200 sales in 1 month. 200 sales in 1 month is 50 sales in 1 week. Yes, that is, yeah, 50 sales in 1 week. So we're looking at 50 sales in 1 week. We break it down again to 7 days, and that should be giving us like I think is it 4 sales? No, it's not up to 4 sales. I don't know self. 1 month like 30 days. Okay, that is average of two sales. Yes, it's not even much self. So that's like 2 sales per day. So with that, you can see that the 600 that was looking so mighty is now 2. But another thing I think you should actually do is that's what I've learned, and it actually makes sense to be doing it, is to not divide it with that 3 months. If it's 3 months, the first thing I will do is to divide it with 2 months. I'll remove the last month. That last month will be no how, so that you can do it comfortably. Because if you're doing two, there's a point that you reach, you see that you not even meet up, and you now start hurrying yourself, start praising yourself. That's when you start seeing people doing unnecessary discounts that you will not even be asking yourself, is this person even making money? So to avoid all those kind of tension and uncertainties, just let's say divide 600 by 2 months. That is 300 cells. If you divide 300 by 4, that should be giving us like that should be giving us like 75 cells. Yes, 75 cells in a week. 75 cells in a week divided by 3, that should be giving us like 2 to 3 cells per day. 3 cells per day. Yes. So with that 3 cells per day, it's still looking smaller. But by looking at 3 cells, so in case why we did it with 2 months, you can say I reduce the number. It's not as if you will not, if you pass it, but it the essence is so that you can have more time in case, if let's say your ad stops running in a week, or you are not able to do three a day. But since you know that your target is three, if you don't meet up, you can have more time. But if you are doing that two, and it's exactly, you're supposed to end at the last day of the this thing with two cells, you will see that any day you miss, you've already added the number for yourself, and you might end up not qualifying for the challenge. So when you divide the, so let's assume I divided it and I have to make three cells per day to make 600 cells in 2 months. So dividing it, I'll now look, and that's where I will now come back again to my numbers. I'll come back to my numbers. I need to be making three cells in a day. What will I do so I can be? How many people do I need to be talking? Do I need to talk to actually make 3 cells in a day? And let's say now, if you're someone that do DM per DM conversion, let's you do your conversion as they're entering your GM, you're sending them a video or whatever thing you're using to convert. That one you're sticking to your three. If you're someone that do your conversion like per week, like me, that like I hold classes once in a week, I'll actually check generally what I need to make in 1 week. So let's say that is that 75 cells. I need to make 75 cells in 1 week. And that is where I will need, and for 75 cells, that means let's say like 250 people need to attend my class. And that means I need to get like 2,000 people to sign up for my training. And if 2,000 per sign of my train, I need to get 2,000 leads in a week, because I'm no longer looking at per day, I'm looking at per week, because I'm holding my conversion, my classes per week. But if your conversion is per day, you can be doing it that per day. But the essence is just so that the number will be reduced in your eyes. That way you see yourself doing it. But if you keep looking at it as 600, one thing is that the first thing is that you're not even going to start working immediately. You start thinking you have time till maybe when it's 1 month left, you see that you don't have time. And another thing that will happen to you is that you will now start thinking that it's plenty. At some point, you just give up. Let's say you started it and the first day, the second day, it's not working. You're not running out. You're not doing anything. You now start telling yourself that you're already getting choked up. Meanwhile, even if you skip those times that's wasted, if you look at it, you could still make it. So that's the essence of breaking it down. That's the first thing you should do, so that you can actually, to make you to see that you can do it and it's something achievable. All right. So from that, I know the number you need to get. I'll work on my just the first thing is work on source of your lead. If you're doing organic traffic, if you're someone that used to get like 10 people in your organic traffic, increase it. You need to put more effort, double that thing you were doing to. Or if you're not getting lead at all, hey, can you now need to set up, how do I need to start getting leads? Yes, I'm a newbie now, and I'm just joining. As I'm joining in to come and do a challenge. So I don't even need to get lead before. What do I do? I would first of all tell myself, okay, I don't have money for ads, but if I have money for ads, just like Uche said, that's even the best. If you're starting and you have money for that for ads and you think you can do it, you start with ads. Or if you don't have the money for ads, then organic traffic. First thing you should ask yourself is, how do I do this organic traffic? Which one will actually be faster for me? You start. There are a lot of organic traffic method of doing organic traffic. You start up the one that will work for you, and then use it and be getting your. If you see the number you are getting, if it's not enough, that exact thing you're doing, you double it, or better still, you look for other sources and keep doing it. And then you see yourself that so at the end of the day, if at the end of that 2 months you are not able to make that 600 sell, you see that you were actually able to make like 400 or 500, because you're looking at 2 months. But let's say you are looking at that 3 months, you divided it by that 3 months, and it's now remaining 1 week and you're in 400, it's going to be very difficult for you to now achieve it. But if you reduce it lesser than the actual number they gave you, you will see that even if you do not meet up, you still have time before the end of the challenge. Like, you challenge yourself inside the challenge. Do you get? So you have more time to actually meet up, even though you did not meet up with the challenge you gave yourself, which is the 2 months. Meanwhile, they gave you 3 months. So you see that the last 1 month will now be more of covering up for the ones you do. So in as much as you're disappointed that you did not meet up with the 2 months, you will see that you actually did more than you would have done if you were doing it with the 3 months range. So that's what I would do. Which are you there?
So, guys, you've heard it. You've heard what Imelda will do if there is any challenge. She wakes up tomorrow and there is a challenge. She has broken down what she will do. And just before we let Imelda go, I'm going to answer. Like, someone was commenting within the comments for these spaces. The person was saying something about the best source of traffic, and how if they can run ads on Facebook without a domain name and without web hosting. Yes, I'm going to answer question number two first. Yes, you can run traffic on Facebook without domain name and without web hosting. Now, the reason why you are asked to use a landing page is because this is a funnel. There are different types of funnels actually. There are funnels that go from from your direct traffic source to your WhatsApp. Funnels like WhatsApp TVs just go straight from traffic source to your WhatsApp number or your inbox. Funnels like influencer marketing too mostly go from the traffic source, the influencer, whether it's a video on Instagram, whether it's a video on TikTok, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's a tweet on Twitter. They just go straight from that source of traffic to your WhatsApp or whichever list building tool you're using. Then the other funnel goes from traffic source to landing page to your WhatsApp or maybe your email list. Now, the reason why there is a landing page is usually for two things. One is to filter people, because like Imelda said during the spaces, even if you're selling the gate of heaven, not everybody is going to buy. And as much as we emphasize on the importance of generating lots of leads, we emphasize on the importance of quantity. There's also the need for quality. So one thing a landing page does for you is to help you filter on serious prospects, people that they come in and they just tell themselves I might not be able to do this thing, or this thing is not for me. Or people that are basically not time wasters. So you filter them off. The second thing it does is to help emphasize or lend more credibility or add more substance to what you said in your ad. I mean, when someone sees an ad, they might not entirely understand what it is you're saying, because the reason for a funnel is like a step by step process. It's a customer journey from point A to point Z. So when someone is at point A, they still need more information. That's why they go to point B. As point B, they still need more information. That's why they go to point C. And it continues like that. They get to the point where okay, I think I should buy this thing. Or no, I shouldn't buy this thing. Or okay, maybe I should buy this thing, but I don't have money for it. Let me wait a little while. Or okay, I have money for this thing, but maybe I should just wait a little bit before I buy. Before they get to that decision making point. That is the reason why you need a landing page. Now, you're asking, can it be done without web hosting, without a domain name? We already taught you guys how to use a free domain hosting or free web pages. You can use card to set up a free page. The only reason why we advise you to use paid options is because if you're running ads on Facebook, it's important that you install pixels so you can track your ads. You can know how much you're spending, how much people are coming in, where you should improve, how much money, if you need to add more money. That's just to track your performance, to see what you're doing and how to optimize it to do better. That is why we advise you to have a paid domain name. So there are lots of people who have built their businesses with a free card landing page. There are even tons of landing pages that you can build for free, not just with card. There are people who use .blogspot.com. There are people who use .wordpress.com. I mean, free pages. So it's actually up to you what you want to do. And as per the best traffic source, the truth about traffic is every traffic source works. There are people on these spaces that have, you know, used TikTok and you're making really good money from it. There are people that are using Facebook or they've used Facebook and you're making serious money from it. There are people that will tell you, that will swear that Google and YouTube is the next best thing. There are people that will tell you, people from Facebook, they are not serious people. Every single traffic source works. What happens is you testing each of them and knowing what appeals more to you in terms of maybe the kind of content you're creating, in terms of maybe the kind of personality you have, in terms of maybe what you are trying to target, what kind of success you're trying to build with your business, and then just go from there. Many people have used Facebook to make hundreds of millions and expanding. Many people have used Instagram, still use Instagram. Two spaces ago, we had Rosaline here, and she told us how she uses TikTok to do like 200K every single week. Last week, Rosaline posted a screenshot where she made 1.3 million from a sales challenge. Just to help you understand, she made 1.3 mil from a sales challenge. So she actually made her sales one side and then she won 1.3 mil because the vendor has a sales challenge. So there are people who use Google and YouTube. People like Cassie. Cassie has done like really, really well, lots of money. So these guys use different traffic sources. Like Imelda here said, Imelda, you've used Facebook now, Abby, and you've also used YouTube, right?
Yes, yes,
And each of them worked for you, Abby, has been working for you, Abby.
yes. They would have worked.
So there really is no best traffic source. Every single traffic source works. You just have to find what's going to work for you. There are people who use influencer marketing, like I said. You just have to find what it is that is going to work for you and go into it fully. And then As it's working for you, you can start maybe trying to explore that success while you're at it. So, guys, we need to let Imelda go. I mean, this class has been on for like, although we took like the first 5 to 10 minutes for her to adjust the network in our village. I mean, Imelda had to go and stay near a mast for her to be able to make this to be on these spaces. So we need to allow her so she can go back to her house and sleep. Make her no kill and for outside. So, guys, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much, Imelda. I mean, you have lots of things you're doing, and you still took out almost 2 hours of your time to come and spend it here with us. Come and share your business secrets with us. So, thank you so much for availing us of this opportunity to listen to you.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Chief Doctor Imelda, Chief Doctor Mrs. Imelda, and
Ah,
thank you guys for coming here. Thank you so much for the questions you sent in. I mean, it helps to make the spaces a very interactive and a very one-on-one thing. Thank you so much, guys. And we'll see you guys next Sunday. Have a brilliant week ahead. Thank you.
thank you.